Sometimes doing less work will give you better results, and here's why. Training provides a stimulus for our muscles to grow, but a training stimulus is only good if you can recover from it. If you're young, you have high testosterone, you eat lots of calories, sleep well, no stress, then you can recover from more work. But as you get older, your ability to recover also goes down. If you have a physical job or hobby, you might have to adjust your training to that. Maybe your kid was sick, so you were up all night and your boss was being a pain in the ass. But you drag yourself to the gym because your workout program planned the heaviest day of the week today, and you have to do your 20 sets. Do you see how that would be a problem? There's nothing wrong with following a training routine and trying to stick to it, but you need to adjust the intensity and volume of what you do in order to keep making progress. Signs of bad recovery. Here are things to pay attention to that will tell you if you aren't recovered well. If your resting heart rate is suddenly a lot higher than normal, then that's a strong sign. Some daily fluctuation is normal, but if it's suddenly 10 beats per minute higher and you had a tough day yesterday, your body is still recovering. Resting heart rate is best tested in the morning, right after you wake up and before your cup of coffee. HRV, or heart rate variability, also tells you how well your body is recovered, but it requires some extra equipment. Like the resting heart rate, it's also best tested in the morning, right after you wake up. Soreness. A little soreness is okay, but if soreness is constant, more than normal, or if your joints are sore, it may be a sign of poor recovery. Rate of perceived exertion. If doing the same intensity of work suddenly feels a lot harder. No motivation to train. Again, motivation goes up and down, but if you're constantly unmotivated to train, it can be a sign. If you can't sleep, or you suddenly feel the need to sleep 10 hours a day instead of 7 to 8, or if you fall asleep during the day, that's also a sign of poor recovery. When and how to adjust. Now, life has this annoying habit of getting in the way, and if we constantly have to train less or do less anytime we had a bad night of sleep, then we won't get a lot done. And honestly, I've had great workouts when my recovery score was in the red, and I've also had awful workouts when everything seemed fine. But if the above signs seem to be the norm for you, then you need to adjust the intensity or volume accordingly. You can do this in several ways. Drop the weight. Do the same exercises but with less weight. Pick an easier variation, reduce the number of sets you do the same sets but less reps per set. You can start with any one of them or mix and match. When you drop the training load this way and you start to feel better, then after a while you can slowly increase the intensity of volume again. But maybe you won't even have to. Maybe doing 2 sets a day instead of 3 will give you great results. And if doing 2 sets a day gives you great results, why increase it to 3? Sometimes doing less actually gets you more jacked. And if you're looking for a simple 15-minute a day routine, then watch this video next.